better. I don't know. So I know it's
I'm not looking at the live.
okay. Well, can you look at the live, please, to tell me? Oh, y'all can see all my lists and all the
I didn't even know you were back live.
Yeah, I did. I just went back. Okay.
Okay.
And let me see.
Okay, that's better.
Okay. So good. Then that's the live that we'll use, and we're back. Okay. So with that being said, I understand people are upset. I understand people are hurt. I understand that people were in. I understand that people are in their feelings. But what I don't understand.
Doing it again.
Okay, but what I don't understand and what I don't get, is it blurry or is because it's like, what is it? Is it fine?
It blurs in and out.
Okay, well it's just going.
Start doing it and it'll start.
Okay, so it's just going to do that. So what I don't understand, and what I don't get, is that we want to beat up this woman. We want to beat up. We want to beat up. We want to beat up this woman. We want to say that if you don't do, we want to use verbiage that isn't blackmailing, isn't bullying, but it is. And that's weird because you have some of us gays that were team, well, it's only $2,500, and like we've already said, we don't know what her situation is. She still got businesses and other things that she needs to pay. So we don't know what that situation is for her to pay that money out. And then you got people that saying that she paid the person that she paid should have paid them. If they didn't pay them, then that's on them. My whole thing was that, okay, we as a community, some have now will have a bad taste because, like Marcus brought up the situation when she came to Baltimore and she didn't perform at the club. She didn't perform at the club in Baltimore. She didn't do nothing that Aretha Franklin didn't used to do. Aretha Franklin made it very clear: if you don't have my money when I get to the venue, I'm not coming in the venue. So I can't be mad. I can't be mad, hey Shannon, I can't be mad at her if she didn't perform. And let's be very clear right now. I am not Team Tayana, and I'm not un-Team Tayana. I'm not one way or the other. I am just, because I sat there last night and I listened to all. Right, I sat there, right, I mean, I was on the phone and I listen to this stuff and I'm listening to people and I'm just like, is this real? Are we really having this conversation? This is embarrassing to not only us, it's not only embarrassing for us, but it's embarrassing for that situation because that was a fan of the community, somebody that was a supporter of the community. Now you're going to have, just like that, going back to that Madonna situation, someone who was for the community is now got a bitter taste in their mouth, and are they going to now think that everybody in the community is a flim flam artist? Everybody in the community is a thief? Everybody in the community is out for self? Is that what we giving it?
And Jason, I think that's part of the reason why it makes it's so bad, because at the end of the day, you know, a lot of these girls got whatever they have going on, and they need, you know, they need the support, they need the acknowledgement, they need, you know, they need all of it. But at the end of the day, it's still their optics, the things, the ways that you do things, the ways that you approach situations, and it just, yeah. But if it were me at that point, after going through that or knowing that went on, I would just be happy to have the exposure at that point. You know what I'm saying? Or to be able to get some type of acknowledgement or something. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And to me, and that's real talk.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay, we have a couple. I'm sorry, we have a couple callers. The first private caller, I see you. The first caller I'm going to bring on is actually, I'm going to bring the private caller on because they were there first. So private caller, you're on the air, and then 314, I'll come to you. Private caller.
put a bad taste in that lady's mouth. And he fucked it up to the point where she was like, I was going to get the girl some shoes. I'm not even doing that now. I'm not even putting the video out now. I think what Marcus got brought in was that Marcus said that she should have paid it, and he didn't totally. But for real though, you don't suggest from somebody else's pocket. I would never suggest from somebody else's pocket, and that's me too. Yeah, allow her to make that decision on what she was gonna do. Here's the people out. Here all the people out there wanting to talk, and then let her make the decision how she was going to. But to come on and suggest that she should, and then I'm gonna say maybe you wasn't trying to blackmail her, but even just when she called him out on it, he stuttered. He didn't, and he owned like he was trying to say it without saying it. But when Marcus said, "Yeah, you should pay up again," he was like, "Well, yeah." And then he was just stuttering, and he was talking very clear, I think that and then he said that bullshit ass, look, niggas, you motherfuckers could be experts in criminal law because you're criminals, but that don't mean you know entertainment law. It's two different things. It's two different fucking things. So you gonna come trying to tell this lady and didn't know she could settle with her fucking lawyer. Didn't know she could settle with her fucking lawyer, and she told your ass, I don't own shit. Right. I don't own the land for shit. I didn't have a contract with them. I ain't dealing with them. I had to deal with him. And then he's going to say, well, she should sue him. No, she can't sue him. He did his job and when it comes to her. They have to sue him. Like, in my opinion, if she don't release it, it's his fault. It's his fault. And then when Asia was, that's why we need to just keep our talent in the community. This lady, you right there at the door. You had somebody that was willing to work with you, that got you some exposure. You still want to get out there. You know what I'm saying? Keep your talent in the community. This lady didn't fuck y'all over. The community fucked you over. And then they start trying to bring up. I was at this job tonight looking for my 250. They was trying to bring up Paris and burning and all this shit that went on before, how people got scammed. This lady didn't scam y'all. Your own scams you. So to even act like she should be on the hook for anything, or she should, like, you should have let her decide that. But to bring it up like we feel like you need to make this right, or we feel like you need to. Hell no. Because wouldn't none of you motherfuckers do it? Would none of us do it? None of us would sit up there and I don't owe you shit. At that point, I would have hung up the phone. It's no shit.
I mean, thank you, caller. I'm not gonna put you back on hold yet. I mean, I understand. And I sat there and I listened and I said, this woman has said 10 times from Sunday, I'm on vacation with my family. And I understand that she is a momager and she has to look out for her daughter's best interest. And again, because people are saying, well, Jason, this was already on TMZ. This was already on the blogs. This was already here. This was already there. People are already talking about it. So if people were already talking about it, maybe because I'm living my best life, it didn't matter to me. I didn't know anything about this, and maybe because none of the principal dancers, and maybe one of the principal dancers could be a LaBeija. I don't know. And frankly, I feel sorry for them. I do. Because whereas an opportunity for something to be put on their resume because of a few, that's not even going to happen. Because I did feel bad when I listened last night. I honestly felt bad when she said, we're going to scrap the whole project and we're going in a whole nother direction. And in my mind and in my head, I'm saying, see, that's exactly what y'all get. That's exactly what you get. But that brings us as a community, like, are we, because we do the same thing. I mean, as a community, we are forgiven. We have heard stories of people, promoters, grabbing a bag and making a dash at their own ball, and they never make it right. There was a promoter that was throwing a ball in New York City. Kelly went out and bought a dress or a gown for this event, and it never happened. Hotel never knew nothing about it, and this man just disappeared. Well, he's still around because he probably didn't change his name. And disappeared. Now I understand. That there are promoters that I would tip my hat to, that go beyond the call of duty to make sure things are right, and I respect them. Marcus is one of them. Marcus is one of them. Larry is another one. There are a few. Those are a few just off the top of my head. But I'm not understanding this community. For almost 2 years, there was somebody on Facebook, and this is where the hypocrisy comes in. There was somebody for almost 3-4 years leading up to their ball. Every ball that came out the day after or the night before the promoter could lay their head on a pillow and count their money, this person was on Facebook that morning ranting and raving like a lunatic about their ball. And then this person had a ball in a scrap yard. And making meals for wheels out back, and because this person is supposedly the upper echelon, the end all be all, the great and powerful Oz, he who shall not be named, and was given like the biggest pass of ballroom. There is somebody else in ballroom who will not be named, who has changed his life for the greater, for the better. But people still hold him to his past. And granted, this man has done some things, and this man has done some things that were not gentlemanlike. This man has done some things that would make a blind man see or old lady clutch her pearls. But this man has changed his life for the better. But there are still people that want to hold that man to what and who he used to be. Is that fair? Is that right? No, because everybody should have a chance for redemption. And he had his. But when you got people who shall not be named, that all they constantly do is get on Facebook, and then they badmouth and they bash people, but because other people are scared of who they are or the bootlickers of ballroom, say, oh, that's just them, that's okay. It's just like the hypocrisy of, bitch, you bash a bitch that's doing Tina, but bitch, you just as bad doing coke. I don't want to sound like I'm preaching, but I'm tired of it's okay for this. The hypocrisy is okay for this one, but it's not okay for that one. If it's not okay for that one, it's not okay for anybody. Caller, stay right there. 314-274, you're on the air. Oh, that's you. Wait a minute. 314-274, you're on the air.
You have to play what the video too, right?
Yeah.
So, did y'all see the videos that Kelly had posted about that were at the video shoot?
No, I never watched it. I didn't get a chance to watch the video, but explain it.
Oh, well, it was two videos, and it looked like it was like behind the scenes. And from my recollection, like you could hear like Jack and like notable people that were there. So I was wondering, did Jamel also hire them, or did they have their own connection to Tiana Taylor and the whole production?
They probably had their own.
They probably had their own.
He hired them.
They probably had. Jack is a. Yeah, Jack is a smart man, so he probably had his own, and he would not go through whoever that person. I'm quite sure he wouldn't go through whoever that person was to do that, to secure his bag.
But I'm also confused that they even went through Jamel, because I followed Tony on Instagram, and he was one of the main choreographers for the whole video shoot. So it was crazy that Jamel had the dancers, but yet Tony was the choreographer.
Well, maybe he hired those dancers, because if you really look, it was a lot more people there. You know.
Yeah, I mean, because from the pictures that I did see, because I did see it, but I didn't get a chance to click on it, but I did see what Kelly posted in the room, and that's when I said, so I guess this is going to be a part 2, and technically, I guess this is kind of part 2. I'm just doing it, but I'm just doing it from the Jay's perspective. There was a lot of people there. So more than likely, it was people there that probably were there as interns that was doing it that were not getting paid, and it was probably a mixture of people. It's just sad. Let me just say it one more time. It's just sad that, and somebody on the live said our community is not the only community that flim flams. No, we're not the only community that flim flams. But the sad thing is that we talk about empowering each other. We talk about lifting each other up. We talk about if I eat, sis, you're going to eat too. But we pick and choose who we let eat. And we pick and choose who we're going to help and how we're going to help them. Now, I understand what Marcus was saying, that it was only $250. I don't know any of those 10 people from a can of paint. And some of them might have needed that $250 to pay a bill. Some of them might have needed that $250 to eat for the rest of the month or whatever. But this man, if you look at the check, one check was for, what was it, $2,500, and the other one was $14. So this man basically this man basically had the best birthday he could have. He probably still living his best. He is probably still living his best life to those people, but to bully. I'm on the show, so I don't know why you sending me something. No, I don't want no coffee. So, I don't know what's going on. People are crazy, but I don't understand. I want to understand our community, because then I know somebody later is going to watch this and going to say, well, if you don't like our community, why you're a part of it, or they're going to use that old shit, you can kiss my ass, but you don't even walk anyway, and you da and all of that stuff. You can kiss my ankle in the damn country, as far as I care when it comes to that.
You know what? I honestly feel like this, bitch. Y'all said we weren't real people. We came back out. We showed you we were real people now. We've come out. We've come to a couple functions. Y'all seen us out and stuff like that. Bitch, y'all don't give a fuck if y'all ever see me on the back of a runway again. Y'all know who the fuck we are at the end of the day.
If you still saying to come out in 2018, just fucking right.
The only person, the thing is, I don't need the validation of you, because some of you people are not my peers. Some of you, and I don't like using that word "you people" because it's like using the word monkey. But some of you, but some of you people,
you ain't gotta say it out.
But some of you people, oh my God, some of you people don't matter to me, and those of you that matter to me, I respect you enough that if you would have inboxed me or you would have said you crossed the line, I'm like, okay, well I can't go back and uncross the line. Thank you though. But some of y'all opinions of me, it don't even matter, and that goes for the people in my house because I've got the inboxes from people. You saw the Beja, why weren't you there? It's none of your motherfucking business why I wasn't there. It's not. It's none of your fucking business. The people that know me know that if I could have been there, I would have been there. And that's all you need to know. But the money that I spent, that I would have spent, I spent helping somebody else. And you know what? That meant more to me than going to a ball. So it is what it is. So, and then, because I listened, but I went to bed, so I listened this morning when I watched it.
Yeah.
I am going to say, because I have not, so I'm going to publicly say, congratulations, Freddie, and congratulations to the House of LaBeija on your win. And congratulations to your ball. Your ball, his ball, and this is the only thing I'm going to say in regards to that ball. His wording was no more fucked up than some of y'all leaders.
Oh my goodness.
So if you did not understand, I don't understand some of the stuff some of your leaders, some of the leaders in your houses. Wait, let me finish.
I don't think he was the word.
Okay.
So some of the things that I've seen some of your leaders put on a flyer would make me get out my red pen and make some circles and some corrections. So they apologize. He made a mistake. He didn't do anything that no other house has done. And that's all I'm going to say on that situation. It was not set up for my house to win. So for all those girls in it, even if it wasn't LaBeija, I've heard, girl, it was set up, it was an Ebony event. Oh, it was a Mizrahi event. It was a da-da-da-da-da event. I understand that comes with the territory. If you lost, you lost. Meet them at the back of the runway and win the next time. The end. So, and
the word wasn't the problem, though. Just saying.
What you say? What you say?
You said the wording wasn't the problem. What was the problem, Tito?
I think it was just his explanation of it all.
I mean,
I don't know if he was trying to split up.
Well, no, here's the thing. I think there was a disconnect between understanding, for being in the scene and not understanding the difference between Butch Queen Vogue film Soft and Kind, Butch Queen Vogue film Dramatic, and just Butch Queen Vogue film. And what you're asking for specifics. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But,
I mean, I got that. I mean, I listened and I heard his explanation this morning, and I laughed, and it was a little confusing to me. It was, but I got it. I mean, people, women, and people make mistakes. And I guess I'm about to sound like some of the, and I guess I'm about to, and now this is when I sound like some of the other people. At least all the money was given out, and there were no fights, and you got whatever you were supposed to get on your table. So it was a good event. So
I really did. After he got on the air last night and he said the flyer had been out for almost a year and nobody had said anything, at all or reached out or whatever, I was like, well, bitch, pay it, girl, because they had ample enough time to hit him up and ask. Bitch, if you wait until the last moment to run your ass to somewhere and ask and, try to get clarification, or you don't have clarification because you didn't take the time out to find out, that's you.
Right.
Like if I'm going to some
But is that pertaining to the people that was soft or the people that was dramatic?
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I wasn't there. I don't know. I didn't see the category, the list of categories until you all saw the list of categories, and I think I posted it in the group. I think I posted it in one of the chats. I think I posted it in the radio. I think I posted it in the radio chat group that I'm in with the cast, and so that they could see it and stuff like that. And I mean, I don't know. So I mean, if you all had questions, concerns, and he said it's been out for over a year. Now I don't know. I mean, the ball has been talked about for over a year, but I don't know where he posted that. But it is what it is. The ball is over.
Yeah, I don't know either, but I know he said it. I think he said something to the effect last night.
But the ball is over.
Okay.
Fuck that, it was a setup. Whatever, Callie. Meet me at the back of the runway. That's how I feel. Why wasn't you at the ball, Boo Boo Kitty? I've already said why I wasn't at the ball. You should have been here from the start. Go back and watch the live again. No one can deny the talent the babies have. The new era kids are not to be taken lightly, and they are a force. Yes, they are a force to be reckoned with. And it is what it is. So moving on, Miss Hunter Harrison. Moving on. Go ahead.
The whole thing when you was discussing well, you didn't say the name, but I'll say it. Stewart's ball and whatever. To me, I just felt like that was karma. I felt like that was the ultimate karma because he read so many people, dragged so many people.
Boo Kitty, what's this going live and then I read the motherfucking comments, Boo Boo Kitty?
What?
Boo Boo Kitty.
I read your comment that said, why wasn't you at the ball? And I told you, had you been here when I started the live, you would know why I wasn't at the ball.
Okay. I just want to make sure you're paying attention to the live. Honey, carry on.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you do not forget that Empire comes back tomorrow, where Miss Kelly Harris and Miss Cookie will be on. Come with her Empire. So Empire does come back tomorrow night at, is it 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock? I don't remember. But go ahead, Carla. What were you saying? It was called. I mean, Carla, you're not the only one, right? And you're not the only one that feels as though that it was karma. For instance, I don't want to bring this up, but I am. For instance, the so-called LaBeija anniversary ball that was postponed and changed like 3 or 4 times. That man who had nothing to do with that ball, that knew nothing about that ball but what was fed to him, had so much to say about my father, had so much to say about our house, had so much to say about Andre and functions that Andre give, and how he don't work with poor people, and he don't do this, and he don't do that, and he doesn't attach his name to rubbish, and he don't attach his name to this, and he don't do that. Bitch, everything that happened in Atlanta was a crack of monkey shit. So for you to put, so go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So for you,
not to mention the same.
Go ahead.
Which one? I know. I said not to mention the same demon that he was talking about that everybody was doing. He basically admitted that he deemed people because they wanted to be deemed as well.
Right.
Same thing. He did the Same thing he read everybody else doing.
And if you feel special, and I'm not reading anybody that got dinged, you feel special and honored that because you got dinged by Pookie the. You know what? You know I'm a because my.
If you get dinged and only for you, then you know it don't mean nothing.
Well, that's not what I was going to say, but the good angel was tapping me on my shoulder and saying, this is about to be one of them things where you go back and you're going to listen to this live and you're going to listen to this show and be like, bitch, did you really say that? So I'm not going to say what I was going to say. But if you feel that it's an honor and a privilege to be deemed by Valdemar, then more power to you. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
What's up, being dinged in a scrapyard? I would have gagged if I showed up like in my best and my Sunday's best and shit. I mean, like, wait a minute, hold on. What's all these powers?
What's
all these washing machines? Wait a minute, hold on.
Are you cooking my wait? Are you cooking my food in a shed? In a shed? You cooking my food in a shed? Nah.
All these bugs flying over the queue. What's going on?
Yeah, so it is. I am. Yeah, if you are just joining the live, I guess I'm the male version of Kelly. I have no filter and I really don't care. I don't. And that is the problem and to me, that is our biggest problem. One of our biggest problems that we give past and we turn a blind eye. We turn a blind eye to the people that don't have their money, that give 99-cent store trophies, that skip out in the middle of the ball, that will throw a ball and then pay somebody to start a fight so that the ball can end. We will go to a ball where they promise us this open bar, and the only thing that's open is the back door because it's not an open bar. I can go down the list, but I'd rather not on some of the things that we give a pass to. And I know that there are going to be people that was like, you only talking about the negative, but what about the positive? Okay, there is positive, only I'm here for it. I haven't been on Juice and James for a while. Well, I'm glad that you're here for it. Say Juicy Red said. Hey Naima, how are you? And I'm just at this point, we got this is almost the end of September. We got 3 months left until we go into 2019. We got our orange-faced man with his that's just crazy, and at any given day, we don't know what's going to happen, and we can't even come together and agree. We can't even come together and agree to disagree on situations, because once we agree to disagree, then we go behind and everything, we feel like everything is squashed, and it's not, because then we go right back to these secret groups. And sometimes we don't even go back to our secret groups. We say what we say what the person, we say what we think the person want us to say right then and there to appease and make them happy. Well, bitch, I'm going to tell you right now, at 11:43 on 9/25/2018, I'm not going to say whatever it is you want me to say to make you happy. I am going to always say what I mean and what I feel. And if I offend you by saying living in my best life and living in my truth, if it offends you, then I apologize that you are offended. I'm not apologizing, but I'm apologizing that you are offended because I chose to tell the truth. Now, Could I have no, I'm going to the truth, because then that's just like telling you a lie. And I'm not going to do that. So, yeah. So, I don't know. I feel like I just rambled, but I got a lot of cross. But, because, I mean, these last.
Yeah, you ramble like an old black woman.
Because but these last. Well, at least I ain't say old, whatever. But these last 2 weeks have just really gotten on my nerves with, because I'm like, come on with the bullshit. It's bullshit. You know the word monkey and the way that it was used and the way it was used to describe that person, it was racist. Now maybe that person, if they used it in that tone and in that sense, because it makes me go back, and we went through this before, because I'll be honest, and I know that she's watching, and I've had this conversation with Kelly, so I'm not afraid. When I first met Kelly and I first found out about this radio show, I didn't like Kelly. I didn't. And when somebody first got on Facebook, and then one of my friends got on YouTube, and they showed, and you know how they used to make, which they're bringing back those cartoons. When they used to make those cartoons, and they was like, well, Kelly eats little kids and small children and stuff like that. I thought that they were funny, because I didn't know who she was then. I had never met her, never been around her. All I knew was that they said she was a bully, she would beat up people. And I'm like, that's just whatever. And then once I met Kelly and I listened to the show and I met Kelly, I was like, you know what? I fucked with her. And they were still funny. It was still funny. And if you go on YouTube, you can probably still find it. But they called her to say that it was right, but they called her like gorilla. And whoever made them, they could have been black, Hispanic, or whatever, because I don't know. But they called her gorilla, they called her ape, and then for people to say, well, Kelly has called her own self gorilla, and she acts like a monster when she acts crazy. So the fuck what? If she does it, that's her doing it. That's her demon that she got to deal with. That don't give you the right, black, yellow, green, red, or whatever, to call her anything other than Kelly. That does not give you the right to call her a monster in a moment that you don't fuck with her. Just like, for instance, I'm gonna use this. When Milan came out, he attacked Kelly. He called her big, and he called Jasmine Big Pun. And then Jasmine came back and called him. And Jasmine came back and called him and Camaro, Econ, and Phil. I found this shit funny. You called her Big Pun. You called me Biggie. Jasmine came back at you and called y'all Econ and Phil. Bitch, it was what it was. You got upset, didn't know me, created a group to try to attack me, and then you realize, bitch, although my body is natural, I'm not made by Mattel like you. All my parts are real. My flab is my flab, and it's contoured with my gut. My gut is contoured with and I am happy who I am. I am. So don't by no means think that you could insult me, baby. I'm going to insult myself before I ever let you do it. So when Made by Mattel, attacked me, and then he attacked J-Rock for no good reason, because we found this shit funny. Then when he realized, bitch, we ain't the ones you want to mess with. Because again, girl, you're going to have to dig up skeletons, bones, and then bones of skeletons to try to get something on me, and you're still not going to find nothing on me. So you're going to have to make something up, because I'm going to tell my own story before I allow you to tell my story. So I never understood how you can get mad and be disrespectful and call somebody, and you can be black, and you calling her apes, and you calling this person that. You know what? And that makes me think Ginger, because I know Ginger is not listening. And she may be. Ginger, I apologize because I called you a monkey in a moment. So I apologize to you as well for calling.
Let me tell you something. Would you please?
Yeah, because it's kind of like a backwards read in a way because.
Yeah, like I mean, here's the thing: you don't have to reiterate a thing if you're apologizing about it. To reiterate it is actually doing more harm than it was good.
Okay, wow. Well, then I'm just going to say I apologize for calling you a student. Is that better? So.
Yeah. And I have another question because bitch, I've been talking the whole time and I muted my. What did I want to say? Did anybody start a GoFundMe for them dancers?
They should have.
202. Why for that money? Why for somebody to flim flam and run off of that money too?
To go to that line and put the
why?
But
why for somebody? Why? Wait, no. Why? So we're gonna start a GoFundMe, and we're gonna trust that whoever starts this GoFundMe is gonna give them the money. Really? You think? Yeah. 202-670. You're 202-670. You're on. In fact, I'm going to start GoFundMe right now. 202-670. You're on the air.
I have a question. This is kind of related to the whole dancing situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm asking because I know Jason, I know you and Justin are a little more open-minded in terms of what you think.
Mm-hmm.
But did anybody ever think that this whole debacle could backfire on the community in terms of getting hired for future jobs? Like, it's just like the whole conversation that I was hearing with Harold defending and stuff like that. There was no conversation about accountability for either the ballroom scene or individuals acting on behalf of members of the ballroom. It was just like, well, we still should get paid. We still should get paid, but not dealing with the situation at hand. You know what I'm saying? The problem is, I can see 5 years from now, all the higher talent for voguing, for performing, will come from Europe.
Mm-hmm.
And then the black people will be saying, oh, the white people stole our shit.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be the ones that fucked it up.
Well, I mean, Carl, I mean, I'm glad that you say that because I don't know how long you've been listening. But that was my whole point when I told the story, and I never said what house it was, but I told the story of there were people that danced for Madonna. And when Truth or Dare was getting ready to come out, she had a premiere party at her home. And she invited the principal dancers that were in the movie and that were also on tour with her. Well, they stole from her house. And everybody, anything that was not nailed down that they could steal, they stole. And that left a bad taste in her mouth, and it made her feel a certain way towards them. And I'm quite sure she felt that way towards the community. And that was the only thing that I was trying. That was the thing that I said it, but I didn't say it like you said it. Was that the backlash from this is going to be that, okay, this woman may like the community. She may be an advocate for gay rights and all of that kind of stuff. But she will probably never use the community again. And she will probably make it that nobody uses this community again. Because of what?
Right.
Because of what? And those that do get work, the Deshawn, Naomi, my house mother Kia, Justin, those people, they do what they do, and they're doing it the right way. And New York is,
but it makes it harder.
It makes it harder for them because New York, not only New York, Atlanta, LA is a hustle and bustle town. And if somebody cracks a door and somebody cracks a door and you get your foot in that door, bitch, you get in that door and you do what you can. Because, bitch, had I been one of them 10, let me finish, because had I been one of them 10 and I didn't get paid, I wouldn't have came to Facebook. I would have found a way to get to them and say, you know what, I appreciate the opportunity, and this is just me. I appreciate the opportunity that was given, although it did not work this way. Should something happen in the future, here is my information. And I would have left it alone.
There you go. Right.
And I would have left it alone.
We also have accepted the mediocre stuff, like, you know, people have repeatedly gone to support Albanian's balls, but they'll read and say he don't give out this, but then we still continue to go. You know what I mean? So it's just like, at what point do we stand for something to say, okay, it's time to change this? We deserve better. We can do better. You know what I mean? It's like, this is not the first time.
Wait a minute. Pause. I've been looking for this. Pause. I'm reading the live, and I really don't want to read what I'm reading. Did Jamal really start a GoFundMe? The same person that took the money, he started a GoFundMe.
Are you serious? Wow.
No, I'm asking Marcus. Are you asking did Jamal start a GoFundMe, or are you saying Jamal started a GoFundMe? Because I'm confused. Because I'm like, wait a minute. The person that got the money is now, child, she really trying to live her best life. No. No.
Well, that's all I have to say. You can put me back on hold.
Okay, thank you, caller. Oh, okay, no, somebody else. Okay, I just got it. Somebody else is starting to go. Okay, good. Thank you, call. Okay, so somebody else is starting to go find me. Okay, the next caller we have, that would I said, bitch, that would have been super fair. The next caller, okay, the next caller we have is 415-823. You're on the air. 415-823.
Everybody. I just thought I heard somebody say they want to start a GoFundMe for the people who didn't get paid for the guy that ripped them off. Ain't nobody paying that towards that GoFundMe. I'm not. Let it go to the guy let it go to the man that signed the contract with him. There's no GoFundMe. And what you gonna write? The dancers that got ripped off by Tiana Taylor? No, we ain't doing that.
Okay.
Let it go to the person they signed the contract with, and leave Tiana Taylor and her mama alone.
Yeah, because yeah.
And that goes for Harold too.
Okay, thank you, caller.
Okay,
thank you. So we're going to move on from that. Let me take it. I'm gonna do a commercial. We're gonna take a commercial break because I gotta figure out how much I wanna say this because I know this is about to shock some people.
They want you to save the date for the BAP Conference 2018. Ball House and Pageant Communities Conference on Leadership and Health Disparities. The theme, Having a Ball, Building Alliance, Leadership, and Legacy. Thursday, September 27th, 2018 through Saturday, September 29th, 2018. Dallas, Texas. Registration opens July 1st, 2018. More information at www.aboundingprosperity.org. They want you to save the date. The Masquerade Ball. Date, September 29th, 2018. Time, 2 a.m. to 8 a.m. Doors open at 11:45 p.m. Start at 1 o'clock a.m. Location, Longhorn Ballroom, 216 Corner Street Road, Dallas, Texas, 75207. Commentators, the icon, Zach Mizrahi and Jay Bronick, along with legendary Deshaun Lanzan. Free all night. Categories include House with the Most Texas, $2,500. Spectator, Best Dress, $200. Women's Body versus Sun Queen Body, 1 cash, $200. Two children, 1 cash, $250. performance, $500. Sneakers versus sneaker, $150. Performance as a house, $500. Female figure evening gown, $350. Female figure foot ice, $500. Teen realness, any realness, pair, only 2 for teen, $400. Grand prize, sunscreen face, the definition of beauty, $3,000. Mini grand, best dress, $1,000. Over to all runway, $400. Male figure, foot and eyewear, $500. Butch-cream face, $700. The distinguished gentleman. Mini grand number 2, male figure sex diamond, $1,000. They want you to save the day. They want you to save the day. They want you to save the day. They want you to save the day.
They want you to save the date. Okay, 314-274, you're back. And 415-823, you're back.
Oh, hello?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, okay. I didn't know I was back on this.
Okay, I'm gonna put you back on hold. Just press one and take your hand down.
No, I want to say one more thing.
I had get off the phone.
Okay, go ahead, caller.
I want to say one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
If we do set up a GoFundMe page, I want to volunteer to set it up so I can rip them off again.
Thank you, caller. Okay. So the last, has it been 2 years? The last 2 years, it's been in the news. Everybody knows about it, about Bill Cosby and the shenanigans of him allegedly, he's been convicted of it, so drugging women and allegedly raping them. So he was convicted today of 3 to 10 years. I have seen good and bad, and depending on where you stand in this situation, good or bad posts in regards to this situation. And I don't think I've publicly said one way or the other how I felt about the situation. And this is how I feel about the situation. I think that it is unfortunate that an 80-something-year-old man who is blind, who couldn't even see the coochie if it was in front of him, is getting ready to have to go. Now, he may not even serve a year in jail or whatever, how long it may be. I think that it is sad, and I think that it is unfortunate. Do I think that something should happen to him? Yes. Do I think that he should be labeled a sex offender? No, I don't, because I've gone back, I've listened to, and we can all go back, and they're saying that he raped and he did this to over 50. Some of these stories have been found to be untrue. We've already found out that some of these women have lied on this. We've already heard that some of these women said they weren't even drugged and they chose to do it. And then later down they're saying that they were forced. He forced them to do it. I don't know how anybody, well, yes I do. So I'm not going to say I don't know how anybody can force you to suck their dick. I'm not trying to justify anything, but some of this stuff just does not add up to me, and it does not make sense to me. If you are a single woman, why are you getting in a car and going to any man's hotel room?
Jason, here's the thing. I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm going to stop you before you start. I am not going to allow you to victim shame.
I'm not, I'm asking a question.
You're still a victim shaming those women.
That's why I said that people are just going to, however you feel, you respect that. But I'm going to ask my question, and I'm not victim shaming them because I have common sense, just like you. And if somebody invites me to their hotel room in the middle of the night and I don't feel comfortable, I'm not going. You willingly went to this man's hotel. Whatever happened, it happened, and I'm sorry that it happened, but I don't know if it happened. We don't know if it happened, and I'm not, and I don't want to seem like because I'm not. Because the man openly admitted and willingly admitted that in the 70s, they did use groupies. They did do stuff. And that's why I'm on the fence about the situation. The man admitted that he did.
Now, here's the thing. I understand. I don't mean to cut you off, but hold on. I think that it's one thing for you to say, okay, if this is something that happened a one-off, and this is one person came out of 50 years or whatever. We're talking about multitudes of women.
Right.
Came out. Prominent women, multitudes of them came out, and they had been saying that. I know Janice Dickinson. I knew that years back that she had been speaking about her sexual assault by some Hollywood. I knew that. I never knew who she was speaking of.
But then the truth came out. But then the truth came out that she lied. And then the truth came out that some of these women that accused this man, some of these women said all he did. One woman even said all he did was allegedly brushed up against her. Then 3 women said something, and it was proven he wasn't even in the country at the time. So I don't want to feel like my sister Naeem be like it's a conspiracy theory, because what is upsetting me the most about this is that there are a group of Caucasian men, a plethora of Caucasian men that have done worse and have not even gone to trial and will probably never go to trial. Now, if you was going to trial, who? That's probably going to never make it to a courtroom, and that's just how I feel about that. I don't think that's probably going to never.
At the end of the day, here's the thing. This is where you have to look at it, and I think so. What you're looking for, the victory that you're looking for, is different to me, and this is how I look at it from on a white man's scale. Mm-hmm. If you're telling me that on the public level, I'll just be banned or blocked, and I won't be able to, my work won't be seen, I'll just be whatever, I won't be able to make money in this industry anymore, and this is what my life and everything like that. For them, that's a killing blow. Mm-hmm. Now for us, we look at that like, okay, well, bitch, I can just go get a job and go somewhere and do something else. And I think that commonality is different between us. I don't see what you're talking about with that though. I understand the commonality of you saying like he's getting he's almost the end of life and he's having to suffer. But at the end of the day, somewhere you're saying a lot of that stuff is false, but somewhere in that false, he actually did some of that stuff. So
he admitted. I mean, Justin. At the end of the day, we agree to disagree. Well, it's not even about agreeing to disagree. We both agree that he did stuff. He admitted that he did it. Hell, in one of his stand-up shows, he talked about roofies and getting Spanish fly and stuff like that. Because because my thing is this. If Bill Cosby did it, and God rest the dead, if Bill Cosby did it, if Richard Pryor was still alive, and Richard Pryor was probably a freakier freak than him. He did coke. Hell, it was stories coming out now that he was sleeping with men and women. So if Bill Cosby did it, and Richard Pryor was still alive, would he be next? Because then my next question is going to be, what's going to happen 20 years from now, 30 years from now? Is it going to be the movement too? And they're going to come after Jay-Z, and they're going to come after Will Smith, and they're going to come after Kevin Hart and say, well, he touched my breast. And so, because like somebody said on the live, once the checks stop, all of a sudden, oh, he touched me, and this happened, and that happened. And that's why I have a problem with, and I don't have a problem with the Me Too movement, but I have a problem with the slippery slope of situations because, like, for instance, the Julie Chan situation. This woman sat on the talk for almost 8 years. And her husband was the crookedest, the nastiest as they get. This man actually ruined women's careers. And he actually ruined women's career. This man actually tried to destroy Janet Jack. We have a caller. This man actually tried to destroy Janet Jack. And all Bill Cosby, and I'm not defending Bill Cosby by no means. 2026, well, I guess I kind of sort of am. 202-670, you're on the air.
Hey, I just wanted to come back on and comment this topic. I think one of the things that's happened as a result of the Me Too movement is it kind of blurred the lines of what we consider a crime, sexual assault, because before it used to just be rape. Then it was sexual assault. Now it's sexual misconduct. And it's just like every little thing that makes a woman uncomfortable, there's something ground for bring somebody up on charges. You know, so it's like it's almost like men can just be targets now. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you gave examples of cases where one woman said he just brushed against her butt or her breast or something. He may not even know he was that close to her. You know what I mean? So it's like little stuff like that now is want to consider criminal.
Right.
I mean, it's really hard. And then the other thing is, what is the actor's name? He had HIV. So he intentionally infected all those women. He wasn't brought up on charges.
I know what you're talking. The guy from Charlie Sheen.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Well, be clear. He didn't infect them. He exposed them. He didn't infect anybody.
So none of them are infected?
No, they were exposed, but so far they were exposed. So far, none of them have come out and said that they were HIV positive. They were exposed to it, but no one has said that they're HIV positive.
But gay men have gone to jail for exposing people that didn't get infected. So, like, why is this case different?
I just want to say something right quick.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, the Quaalude, those were downers from people use them as like to bring them down cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
So that was very common during that time for people who did drugs to use a Quaalude. So him giving those out, it wasn't giving those to a woman that was probably high, whatever like that. It wasn't the same thing as like him just trying to intoxicate them and whatever like that. They used that and flipped that on that man. I personally think the only thing he's guilty of is cheating on his wife.
Yeah.
And having sex with those women. I think he had sex with some of them. I don't think he raped any of them. Because you're not going to tell me, and again, you're not going to tell me, and I may be victim shaming, you're not going to tell me you go to the home, the hotel room, or whatever with a married man, and you're an up-and-coming actress, and you don't know what this man is expecting, or you're not giving him an inkling that you're putting out. They just showed a video of Harvey Weinstein that the lady that one of his accusers is suing him. She put this video out, the whole rape in 2004, what he admitted to was finger fucking her. What he admitted to, he finger fucked her. He didn't put no dick in her. He finger fucked the girl, and he didn't.
And mind you, at that time he was like 66.
He was somewhere in there. But that's what he admitted to. He didn't admit to, raping her or doing anything against her will. I believe he went in there and told what happened from inside, and they twisted his words because she now says that she was violated. Period. She was raped or whatever like that. And because he admitted to doing something with her, they basically got him on that. But I don't think he raped all these women. I don't think he raped any of these opportunists and liars.
Because my question is this. Because my scenario is this. One of my first jobs was McDonald's. Can I go back and sue McDonald's for sexual harassment for all the times females grab my butt, or females rub their titties against my back, or females said something sexual towards me, or said something that made me feel uncomfortable? Can I now go back to McDonald's and say, I don't work here no more? But when I worked here, you all made me so uncomfortable with the things that you did and the way that I was treated here. I want to press charges again. And half them girls don't even work there no more. I don't even know where they at or what they doing with their life. But I'm not going to just go back into that. And did I put myself in some of them situations by playing or being too casual or being too friendly with them? Possibly. But if I said no, like somebody said on the post, if I come to your room, I might want the dick. But if I come to your room and I say no, no means no. And I'm a firm believer in no means no. I have said several times on Tinder Chops, and I've said it on this show, that if you and your boyfriend are laying in the bed and your boyfriend is asleep and you about to perform fellatio on him, that's rape. If you and your boyfriend is laying in the bed and you sleep, no, I'm not. No, your boyfriend was asleep. Did he consent to you sucking his dick?
He don't mind.
Did he bud?
When your wet mouth, before you went down on him, did you say, can I suck your dick? And he blinked twice for yes or once for no? Did he cough? No. Did he give you any signal that it was okay to do that? No. That's rape.
Jason, it's only rape if you use teeth.
3, we have...
Charges will be filed in the morning.
Oh my God!
You going in, bitch?
I hate to tell all of y'all that's on their lives saying, "Oh no, it's not." If you are having sex with someone, and y'all need to look up what the term rape is and how it's defined. If you are having intercourse with anyone, and they are not coherent, and they do not give you any inkling that it's a yes, it's rape. 31314. Wait a minute, we had somebody had pressed 1 and then they took their hand down. Caller that had pressed 1, put your hand back up so I can bring you on if you wanted to add to the conversation. But it's rape. That is rape. That is rape. I had a boy. Oh, I just hung up on somebody. I'm so sorry. Please call back. I did not mean to hang up on you. I just hit the wrong button. And I don't know. I think it was Chris. I think it was the private caller. Private caller, I do apologize. So please call back. before it goes into record mode. But I had a boyfriend, and I guess he could press charges. I guess he could press charges against me, and it's about to be on live because I'm about to say it. But I had a boyfriend, and I would do fellatio. I would think that it was like, okay, wake him up I was in the mood, and I guess I'm a Taurus, and I'm the type of Taurus, this bitch. If I'm horny, then you better be horny too. And that's not, and I know that that's, and I know that that is not right, but that's just my logic. If you dating me and we're in a relationship, bitch, if I'm horny, you horny. And that's just how that was my that was my mentality. So he was asleep and I started doing what I do. And he didn't mind. And then one morning I did it and he went okay with it, but then after it was over, he was like, you gonna stop da waking me up and stuff like that. You know that's rape. And I was like, what? And that whole day I laughed when he said it. And then that day I got to work, and all day at work, I just kept thinking about what he said. And I was like, you know what? Is it really? Would I be offended if I was asleep and he just stuck his dick in me while I was asleep? Would I be offended? And I probably and I you,
oh my God. Oh.
And the answer was because he was cheating. Oh, that. Well, that's a whole nother show. So that's a whole nother show, Chris. That's a whole nother show. But yeah, private caller, if that's you that came back, press 1. I did not mean to hang up on you, so I apologize if you call back in. I did not mean to hang up on you. Thank you. Okay, cool. I did not mean, I was trying to what's the name, and I'll hit the X button. I did not mean to do that. You're back. But yeah, so if and you get the book because y'all might end up dating that one butch queen that's that way, and you sucking his dick or you playing with his booty while he sleep, and you think everything is okay, and he go to the police station and file a complaint against you because that is rape. If they are asleep.
Child, look, if my day do that, girl, after I get home, don't come to my house.
I don't think will because they say they didn't have you locked up, so they're not going to come to your house.
Girl, if we cohabitate like that, then bitch, you already know what it is.
So Justin, let me ask you this question. And it's been asked on Facebook a lot. If a man and a woman is married, is she obligated to have sex with him when he want to have sex?
No.
And if he makes her have
yes.
Okay. So if two men are in a relationship and is that man other man obligated to Yes it is. Yes it is because yes it is because two men can get because wait, okay, well then I'm gonna use the same scenario. If a man and a man are married and one man says no and the other man saying, oh, we gonna have sex tonight, and they have sex, is that rape?
No, he told me we were gonna have sex tonight.
And you said no, we not, and he still had sex with you. Is that rape?
I wouldn't be there after that point.
But you're not answering the question.
What if he told you that you said no, but then when he started asking you to say no? Girl, hesitate.
No. You still no, Justin. You have not answered the question. If you are married, just like a man and a woman are married, and she does not want to have sex with him, and he still insists on having sex with her, it's rape. So if you and your husband are married and you don't want to have sex and he still has sex with you, it's rape.
Yes, and I know, but the oral sex situation, that's not the same thing.
I don't think the oral sex situation is the same thing.
Yes, it is. It's not. Was it consensual? Did he say? Did before he went to sleep that night? Before he went to sleep, did you say, "Baby, if I wake up in the morning and I want to," did he say yes? Did you ask that question?
I'm not asking no
First of all, I shouldn't have someone ask him to do that. No way.
Well,
You want me to want to do that?
well, y'all ain't sleep. Well, y'all midnight creepers. Well, y'all midnight creepers are not sleeping in my bed.
Like it makes me not really. I wouldn't want to be in a situation like that. No. Do I think I would want to be somebody? Do I think I would want somebody to try to hop on me and try to rape me? No, but I'm just saying, like, I think some is.
Okay, so I'll give you this scenario. You meet somebody, you date something, you meeting somebody and y'all dating, and you go back to their house. Y'all had a couple of drinks. And y'all start out kissing and touching and all that other kind of stuff. And midway through, you fall asleep, and they still continue while you're asleep. Is that rape?
That is rape.
So then, if you were asleep and I started touching and feeling on you while you were asleep.
If I'm at your house and I'm asleep like that, if I'm asleep like that and I sleep like this, then
I can't see how you sleep. So how you just said if you sleep like that, sleep like that.
But I guess you know what I'm saying. I don't know. If I'm at that point where I'm sleeping over your house to a certain degree, you know what I'm saying. Then I think that I will be used to you. I don't know.
Okay. Letitia said it's domination. Well, Letitia, I'm not paying to be dominated, and nobody's paying me to dominate them. So no, it's not. No domination. We lost Chris. But that is something, and that is something that we will talk about on a later show or whatever. But that is something that y'all have to take into consideration and put in the back of your head. That if you are dating someone and it is not consensual because you woke up and they were asleep or they woke you up, that is a form of rape. It is. No getting around it. No sugarcoating it. No, I'm used to waking up to a happy ending, or I'm used to waking up to my man. It's still what it is. Now, in your mind, it might not be, in their mind, it might not be, but it is what it is.
I just think a couple of things, like number one, I'll just get us there. I know somebody that I used to be with, they used to say no just so I can take it because they liked how rough it'll be.
So basically, they had a rape fetish. Or they wanted to be done. So they like to be dominant. So their nose meant no. I mean, their nose meant yes. But what if their nose really meant no one day? Then what? You're gonna say, so then what? You would say, all the other times them nose really meant yes. So how was I to know the difference?
I think you should know the person, like if they really not on that. But I'll thank you. If it's a consistent, it's one thing if it's every once in a while, but if this is a consistent amount of no's, honestly, I'm going to that's going to kind of turn me off. Because it's like, okay, well.
And I agree, but here's the thing, you should know your partner enough to know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You should know, you should know by the way the no sound.
Oh, they really not playing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But if that's consistent, you might need to think about either cheating or getting with somebody else. want to know.
Okay.
I cannot believe you just said think about cheating.
Yeah, fuck that. You know, we together for other reasons. So, bitch, I'm about to get this from somebody else. You playing games. Get your act together, bitch.
That's terrible. That is absolutely terrible.
Get your ass together, bitch.
That's terrible. That's just that is just wrong. I mean, and cause I feel I don't know. I mean, I feel like some of them people say, because I honestly think that man, I don't know, I was not there. None of us was there. We only can go by the transcripts of what was said, what wasn't said. I'm not going to say because that man looks like Kurt Top, that woman. Sorry, I apologize because I called that woman a man. I'm not going to say because of what that woman looks like now that Bill Cosby didn't touch her. I'm not going to say that because clearly the man had a type. Clearly the man is really guilty of cheating on Camille. I commend Camille I commend Camille just like I commend Coretta Scott King for sticking by her man as long as she did. But do I say, well, Camille was just as guilty as him because she knew. She may have known, she may not have known. She might have was like, well, bitch, somebody got to do it because I'm not doing it. So, I mean.
But here's the thing, new to what we're going, because here's the thing, she may have, maybe you married to somebody and you don't know that all this is going on, and then the allegations start coming out, and at the end of the day, what do you do as a woman? You stand by your husband, but it's wrong, and it's some shit you did. What was she supposed to do? Leave him to satisfy everybody else? I don't get that.
Right. I mean, that's just like, for instance, that's just like D.L. Hughley, and that's like one of my favorite comedians. D.L. Hughley was telling a story one day about how he cheated on his wife and had an outside child, and the wife is the one that actually writes the check to the baby mama. And I was like, and at first I was like, what? And then when he explained it, that his wife was like, he got an allowance because I guess the wife takes care of the home. He got an allowance to a certain amount of whatever money it was, a week, a month, or however it was. He got an allowance. He no longer gets that allowance because that allowance now goes to, which she's not the side chick no more, but the allowance now goes to the side chick for the kid, for the outside kid. And I'm like, well, that's and he didn't know, because he didn't even know how to come tell her until one day he saw it was like, I guess she was trying to extort him or whatever. And that's when the wife stepped in. So now he doesn't get an allowance anymore. So I bring that up to say that maybe Camille knew to a certain extent. Because there are women out there, because there are men out there that will say, my man is going to cheat, and I give him a pass to cheat, as long as he don't bring nothing home, as long as they don't call his house and they don't interfere in our situation, I give him a pass to cheat. I'm not that person. I don't think that I would ever be there. If we took vows to death do us part, to love each other, that's where we're gonna be. Ain't no, it's me and you, and when you on the road, it's you and them. As long as I don't know about them, but I know about them.
Saying you would leave.
Yes. And take everything.
I think she only knew me. I don't think she got 5 daughters. I just couldn't be that belief that woman would have known that man was raping women
And now this man, even because because if he got grandkids, it's never been talked about. Now this man going to serve 3 years, 3 days, 3 minutes, and is going to be registered as a sex offender. And if he got grandkids, he'll never be able to see his grandkids again. He'll never be able to be around his grandkids again. He can't live. He'll never be able to live near a right.
At 80 years old, 3 years is a long time.
Shit, at 40 years old, 3 years is so long.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. If he wouldn't have done what he did, he wouldn't be in the situation that he's in right now. It's no shade.
That's true.
No shade. And
that's true.
And that's just an honest to God fact. And I hate to have to say it like that, but it's the truth.
That's true.
And I think a lot of black people need to realize it. Like, to some degree, that's some of the breakdown in our psychosis. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. And yes, it is wrong for this black man to have to go through what he's going through. But if he hadn't done some of that, then we wouldn't be where we are right now.
True.
It's no shame. It's the absolute truth.
It is 12. It's 12:30, and this has been wonderful. But my day starts at 6:00 in the morning. And
all right, well, have a good morning.
Damn, can I finish? I appreciate all those that have called in, all those that are on the live, all those that are going to watch the live later. Let me say this while I'm on the live. 'Cause I said what I said, and it is what it is. So if you got a problem with anything that I said about any particular person, oh well, I can't take it back. I'm not taking it back. Next, I did want to talk. There was another post that I saw about in a room, and I think it was a question about what age was you? What age were you? I'm tired. What age were you when you first got your dick sucked? And I can't remember what room it was in, but I remember some of the ages that were like 7 and 6, and these was boys. So next Tuesday, we're gonna do on Butch Queen hour or the manly hour. I want to touch on male sexual trauma and what some would consider to be male sexual trauma, where others just give a pass to if a male and a female are having, if a male is like 12 and he's having sex with a 17 or 16-year-old girl, that's okay. But if it's a male the same male having sex with a male at that same age, the difference and the hypocrisy and all of that situation and the trauma behind it, because what I'm realizing from just that post alone, that there are a lot of gay men in our community that are dealing with sexual trauma and don't even know that they're dealing with sexual trauma because they were molested, but they don't look at it as they don't want to look at it as molestation because I guess they don't want to face that that's what it really was. But I believe in calling a spade a spade. And if you're 7 years old and some is bumping and grinding with you, that's molestation. That was molestation. So that is what we will be talking about next Tuesday. So govern yourselves accordingly. Crossing my fingers. As you can see on the live, I'm crossing my fingers that I don't get off late, that I get home in time to at least eat and set up the show at the proper time so that we don't go through these shenanigans at the last minute, and I'll be fully alert and fully prepared for the show. Don't forget to tune in on Thursday for the King and Queen. I can't think of what the name of it. I think it is called the King and Queen. Vicky Gotti and his partner and crowd. I don't know her name. Please forgive me. And don't forget, Kelly will be back on Monday with the recap of everything that have went down in Texas over the weekend. And we will be back at the same bat time, same bat channel, Tuesday night at 10. It is after 12 o'clock, so happy hump day. You've made it this far. You've made it to the middle of the week. Don't give up now. Enjoy the rest of your week. Have a great and prosperous weekend. And we will see you back here next week. Everybody say goodnight.
Whatever hours you want. Your contract.
If y'all starting a GoFundMe, please don't tag me in it, because I'm not giving them bitches nothing. Good night. Good night, everyone.